Hey gang, it's your GM Drakeen here. I am a dungeon master over at Start Playing. Today we're going to be talking about deep magic. Specifically, we're going to be talking about deep magic cantrips. I'm just going to do a few of them. There's no way I could cover them all. If you're not familiar with deep magic, this is a book that came out in 2020 from Kobold Press. And I'm just scrolling through the spell list here. I mean, there's other stuff in here too. There's new feats, there's new races, there's new archetypes, there's, obviously all kinds of new content. Highly recommend picking this up. 360 page long when I purchased it back in 2020, but it's got a lot of great stuff. There's no way I could cover all this stuff in obviously one video or even 20 videos probably. So take a look. So we're going to be talking about 13 of these cantrips that I'm using in my games, and let's get to it. So this is a purely utility cantrip, Bless the Dead. In my campaigns, there's a big interest in making sure the dead stay dead. We all saw what happened with the Night King when that didn't happen. And, if you've watched Game of Thrones, but simple thing, utility cantrip, open to cleric, druid, and warlock. Next, this is a melee cantrip to hit roll. Now, all of these are going to be starting out with touch first. We're going to do the close range cantrips first, and the longer range cantrips are toward the end of the video. So, this one, solid damage, open to cleric, druid, warlock, and wizard. Okay, and does damage to objects as well. Okay, Hoarfrost. Now, this is a melee cantrip. Probably open to sorcerer, warlock, wizard. So arcane tricksters, eldritch knights, hexblades may be able to use this, as well as pure spellcasters. Does cold damage, makes your item magical until you hit. Okay, it lasts for a minute. There's no concentration, but until you hit, or a minute, or you let go of it. Okay, that's Hoarfrost. Caustic Touch, acid damage. Not a lot of acid damage cantrips in the game. Again, it's touch spell. You have to make a Constitution save or take acid damage. Open to cleric, druid, sorcerer, and wizard. Also disrupts concentration. And you can see I kind of tag my spells, kind of like the flavor text in Magic Gathering, which Windlash. So Windlash, how good is this? It's it's a short range 20-foot cantrip, deals slashing damage, not a lot of resistances to that, and it pushes the person 5 feet away. Okay, open to sorcerer, warlock, wizard. Somebody gets too close, you can use this on them. Okay, Tragic Slip. Now I rename this. I tend to do that. This is actually a hobble spell. So Hobble is pretty awesome, and it's a bonus action cantrip, 30-foot range, open to most of the spell classes here. All right. Got to make a dexterity save, or your speed is halved until the end of its next turn. So you're slowing someone down with this. Telekinetic Trip. I love the name of this one. Open to bard, sorcerer, wizard. Now, how good is this? Okay. You're basically you have to make a dexterity saving throw or fall prone at 30-foot range. That's pretty strong. You could bring down a flyer or low flying flyer with this. Okay, open to bard, sorcerer, and wizard. Pretty strong. Brimstone Infusion. Now, this is exactly the same as Alchemist Doom. I think Alchemist Doom might have ripped off Kobold Press here with their name, but you can create Alchemist Doom with this cantrip. Lasts for 24 hours. Okay, open to wizards only. Probably goblins, kobolds would probably make this stuff too. Okay, Daze. This is really the hamstring spell. Okay, this is a strong spell. May not look like much. Okay, 60-foot range. Make an attack, melee spell attack, does a little force damage, but they can't take a reaction. So you've taken someone's reactions with a cantrip. That's kind of strong. And it's open to Bard, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. Okay. Starburst. Have a Circle of the Stars Druid who use this to great effect against some vampires. Okay. Deals radiant damage, 60-foot range, charisma save. Okay. It scales well, and it's open to Druid, Warlock, and Wizard. This shut down the vampire's regeneration. Pretty strong. Okay. Eldritch Blast. This is kind of funny. This is the actual name of the spell. I didn't change this one. This is it right here on the right. Um, so this is pretty strong at 60-foot range. Deals cold damage. You have to make a con save or you're poisoned until the end of its next turn. So not only does it deal damage, if they fail their save, they're poisoned. That's pretty strong. It's open to Bard and Druid. Okay. Clockwork Bolt. Now this is limited to 60-foot range. You have to use a crossbow bolt or an arrow. Okay, embeds in the target. And at higher levels, deals damage when it hits, and unless the target or an ally within 5 feet removes the projectile, they take more damage. Okay, now it says here, unless the target uses an action. Okay, I'm not. The words "an action" uses their action usually is what they mean when you're using your main action. So I'm not sure if that means, you could use a bonus action. Maybe you could use a reaction. I probably wouldn't say it would. You could use a free action, but I would say if you want to use your reaction or burn one of your bonus actions or your main action to remove it, I think that would be fine. I mean, it is a cantrip, right? We don't want to make this unbalanced or too strong. Okay. Open to Bard, Cleric, and Wizard. Last but not least, Biting Arrow. This is the longest range cantrip here. You can use a thrown weapon, crossbow arrow, or crossbow bolt, or something fired from a bow. Maximum range is 120 feet, regardless of the range of the weapon. So it doesn't matter if you can shoot farther than that. This deals cold damage on a hit. It'll deal even more cold damage on a hit. If someone takes the reaction, they take even more cold damage. Okay, so it kind of taxes, doesn't take the reaction away from them, but if they do use their reaction, they're going to take more damage. Kind of similar to Booming Blade at a distance, but not exactly, right? So those are some of the cantrips I use in my games from Deep Magic. Just wanted to let you guys know these are my games. Hope to see you at the gaming table. Hope you guys appreciate it. Please like the video. Take care.